like that picture. Fits pretty nicely on my wall, if I do say so myself. It's actually her that gave it to me, so my camera recognized the face for a second there. I guess Mom is out to do her radiation treatment today, so I was thinking I might run down to the store in a little bit here because we're getting low on some stuff. Today's Monday, right? Okay, so today's November 20th. Yeah, radiation. Okay. She doesn't do it on the weekends. That's the thing. Yeah, I was wondering why she didn't go yesterday. I forgot it was Sunday. It's amazing how quickly I lose track of days of the week. This is like the first sunny day we've had in forever here. What is that on my car? Dude. Can you even see that? Is that a note? Wait a minute. Wait, did they leave that before they left or something? What's going on here? That wasn't there like an hour ago. I was just standing here looking out here. It's folded like a triangle. I'm gonna get inside. It's a little cold out here. I have something to show you. Find it at the curve where you saw the old woman in the park. No harm will befall you. Parentheses, parentheses, X. This is weird. Yeah, that's the signature. I guess that's a signature. Boy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask Mom about that when she gets home. This is weird. No harm will befall you. I recognize that line. No harm will befall you is from the movie Willow. I wonder if I should call the police. I don't know though, it doesn't seem like they're threatening them. Man, now I want to go look and see. What is with that signature? Parentheses, parentheses, X. When they get back, I'm going to find out if they might be pranking me or something, I don't know. I don't think that's something they would do though. It's not like them to do that. This doesn't look like either of their handwriting. It's definitely not Mom's handwriting. Holy crap, man. It's kind of, I don't know, it's like, I know I should be like weirded out about this, but in a way, it's like so rare that anything interesting happens in my life. I shouldn't be so, like, I know I should be more paranoid about this. Maybe it's better that I don't tell Mom because she would want me to call the police, like she'd be very paranoid about it. Okay, this thing that I think is a signature might actually be a map. He's drawing the curve, and he says the X is where... Is that where it is? He says, I have something to show you. Why would you... If you wanted to show me something, why wouldn't you just bring it to me? Wouldn't you at least, like, email me or something? Who in the world would do this? I don't know, guys. It's relatively nice weather today. If I'm going to go, I should really check it out today. Because these last few days, these last several days have been pretty bad. Yeah, my window is there. Jeez. I guess I am all paranoid now. He's out there. This wind feels good. It's wind through the hair, man. Jeez, I almost want to get in the car and just drive down there right now. Now I'm curious. What's that? How would I know where to look, though? I mean, he said by the curve where I saw the old lady. Does he mean like right there on the road, on the, or does he mean like in the grass outside of the curve or something? Yeah. Sure, lock that door. I don't want to make it sound like this is such a good thing, but I kind of feel more alive than usual. That's actually, you know, a thing. Like, if they were watching me, they might follow me. See somebody coming up, but, man, I can't do that. I can't do that. Like, I can't look at the world like that right now. But at the same time, if I'm not careful, if I'm not paranoid about this, I mean, I should be paranoid, right? Like, I've never dealt with anything like this before. I don't know if I should be doing this, man. Like, what if they're just waiting here for me? I mean, if they watch my videos, they also know what car I drive, so they would know, you know, when I arrived here. But who would be waiting out here? It's like I was saying before, all that time I spend being paranoid about every car I see or every person I see. And now for the first time, it's like I actually have a reason to be. If he's talking about where I think he is, it's like right down there, but I was in a park over here. I didn't even bring my phone. I can't believe I didn't think to. I guess that shows how much distracted I really am here. Okay, well, sure is a beautiful day. You don't realize how beautiful it is until, alright. I don't see anybody out here now. Yeah, we're almost there. We're just the dogs. Okay, well that's the curve right there. You see it up ahead. Parentheses, parentheses, X, right there. Jesus, there's nobody following me, is there? Holy shit, man. What the fuck am I doing out here? This isn't really happening right now. I don't know about this, guys. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I was actually, like, legit fearful for my life. Okay, so we're at the curve. What am I supposed to be looking for here? Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Holy shit. There is something there. It's right there. There's nobody watching me here. Okay, I'm going for it. Something wrapped in saran wrap? Huh. Well, we can look at this later. I don't like being out here like this. Oh, what in the world is this? Looks like an external hard drive, maybe. It's kind of small. Any second now, cars is gonna pull in here and run over me or something. So, who needs these thoughts, man? A couple nights later, sorry I haven't been updating on this. I've been a little sick, but anyway, so I went ahead and got that hard drive and plugged it in. It's a lucky thing I actually had a cord to plug it in with, because when I didn't even think about this when I was out in the park, but they didn't actually, whoever it is, they didn't leave me a USB cable to plug it in with. Fortunately, I had one, so it worked out good. Anyway, I plugged it in, and, well, anyway, I moved my glass of water out of the way here. It's cranberry juice. Jeez. I haven't looked at what's on it yet, but look at this. They don't actually make hard drives that big, do they? It's not as far as I was aware. I mean, I went and got a 2 terabyte on Amazon, and the thing was like $50. How much does one of these cost? Well, I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and we'll see what's on it. Alright, so I don't want you to panic when you hear this, but you're going to recognize this voice, and you're going to be freaking out right now. Yes, this is you. This is not fake. Although I know in the climate you're in right now, you may be inclined to think so. But okay. This little effect that I'm doing to my voice here, I know you recognize it, because that's how you edit your videos. You play them about 1.25 speed or so. So that's how I know you're going to recognize this, but this is not going to make much sense if I don't explain things. I don't have a lot of time here because, you know, surprising as it may seem, you don't have as much privacy as you would think you would as President of the United States of America. I know you're hearing this and probably just shaking your head right now, but this is me. This is you. This is Timothy Bishop. And I am President of the United States. And the year is 2027. I had a bit of a time picking an exact date to send this to, because I had to think about it a lot, actually, but I figured I knew that you had posted your October 20th tape just a short time before this, and I know that on that tape you mentioned sarcastically about, you know, how the 47th President of the United States used to sit up in his room and make cassette tapes. Well, apparently you're more of a precog than you ever thought, because here we are. Once again, I don't expect you to believe this, but I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, either you're going to believe it or you're not. I already know you're probably going to be playing this on YouTube. In fact, if I wanted to, I could probably bring up the video myself and see that you have, but if I'm being honest here, I haven't been on YouTube for a while. Obviously, being president doesn't afford me that kind of time anymore. Some days I sure do miss it. But part of the reason I was able to do this to begin with is because I became president, and I was let in on a lot of extremely classified secrets, one of which is the fact that I'm able to do this right now. I know this must be a lot of pressure. You're probably listening to this thinking, what does he want me to do? I don't know exactly, and anything that I say has the potential to drastically change the future, which almost makes me wonder why I'm even bothering to do this at all. I just know that this is something that has always fascinated me, and I've wanted you to be able to revel in it yourself a little bit, you know? Oh, it's hard to explain. I feel like I know myself better than anybody, but even I don't know how I would have reacted had I known this, because here's the problem. In my memory, this never happened. I never picked up this hard drive in the park that day. And by making this recording and sending the hard drive to you, I basically... What's even going to happen here? I think I hear footsteps outside. I think it's just the security guys. Alright, I'd always said one day I was going to end up living in Washington, D.C. Well, I know we always said we'd move to Seattle, didn't we? But then you went to MagFest and you fell in love with National Harbor, and, well, Washington, D.C. is not quite National Harbor, but I could be doing a lot worse. I'll tell you that. One of the things they told me in the orientation when we talked about this was, number one, that I would never tell anybody about it. Obviously, there's only about 7 or 8 people that actually know that we have this technology to do this now. And I'm one of them now. And none of the other guys know that I'm doing this. In fact, I haven't done it yet, technically. I'm still just recording the message. I could just record this message and not do anything with it at all. Maybe never put it on a hard drive and never send it off. I wish there was more that I could explain about this, but the whole thing is really confusing to think about because they made so many movies about it, and, you know, we have all these rules established about this is this and that is that, but, man. What if I do send this back in time and it ends up changing your mind and you don't become president? What is that? Well, then what happens to me then? Does this just become an alternate universe? Do I cease to exist? Or is it just the timeline that ceases to exist and maybe I only think that I'm here? We were just talking about this not that long ago either, though, weren't we? Well, you were. You were talking about whether the physical world exists, since you're so fascinated by that stuff. On the other hand, I can't imagine how much comfort it must bring you to think, hey, I'm still going to be alive in 10 years. Wouldn't everybody love to hear something like that? I mean, I know you're at one of those points in your life, you were just kind of coming out of it, I think, around the end of 2017. You were just starting to come out of that, stopping thinking about that all the time, because I know for a while you did. You constantly worried about your mortality and how this could be the last day of your life and all that stuff, but you know as well as I do, it doesn't do any good to think that. I mean, you know, you're not going to know the difference when it's over anyways. Why do you worry about it? Maybe the only reason I stopped thinking about it was because I sent myself this message. God, why is this so confusing? I can't even imagine how confusing it must be for you if I do send this message. You do still have a Twitch channel, and you do still broadcast on it, but you broadcast as the president now. Twitch is a little different than it was back then. It used to be all gaming, well now it's kind of... It's become... Well, like I said, it's... How do I say this without giving too much away? Like, if I say one thing, I feel like if I say too much, you're going to think, oh, well, that must mean they're still successful. I should buy stock in them right now. But then you buy stock in them, you become rich, and then what? Then you mess up your future again, you know? You take away all your incentive. Well, I mean, money's not the only reason to become president. We still only make $400K a year. They haven't changed that. It's a little surprising, if I'm being honest, but on the other hand, the free rent is not a bad deal either, so there's that. But, I mean, I guess if there's any good news I can give you, it's that the country's still here, and we're okay, and we're doing fine. A lot of crazy shit went down that decade, I do remember, but everything's okay here. You know, how many times have we thought that this was the end of the road for us, you know? How many times have you thought that in your life? I mean, you even wrote a song about it. Well, this is getting a little long. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. So, I guess I'll be in touch. I'm not sure just how yet, but rest assured, everything's fine. Nobody's stalking you or anything, because you're probably going to think that at first. I don't know. I didn't really think this through, like how you were going to react to this, but we'll see. Till then, take care.